sexy for me. Throw it back on a nigga. And that's why you're gonna drop that ass for a nigga, because you were put here to drop that ass for a nigga.
I hit a woman for the first time in my life, and I'm having fun.
But I want to address this simping allegation. Do I simp for black women? Yes. I love black women. I don't like y'all niggas. This is an easy decision to make. Sorry.
If you don't have a man, you ain't nothing.
Everybody must eat! Everybody must eat! Everybody must eat! Everybody must eat! Yes! Good women are dead. Evil bitches, rise up!
I can't do this. Oh no. Time I live, do this to me. It's the last time I live. You do this to me.
These blacks.
Say that we are not interested in families in the black community.
I want what you white hoes get, and I want it today, ASAP, not tomorrow.
last time that I live. You do this to me. It's the last time I live. You do this to me.
Yeah, we are back again. Once more into the breach. Like the video, guys. Do like the video. Share the video. Like, share, subscribe, all the things, right? Please make sure you do all the things before we get going here tonight. And tonight we're going to talk about the manosphere, I guess. You know, it's a familiar topic. Everybody likes to talk about the manosphere. But I don't know, over the last... I think it's really accelerated in the last year or two because, you know, Trump taking the White House back, and everybody immediately credited the manosphere and the podcast bros and all that online male culture. They really gave that a lot of the credit for Trump's ultimate final push over the threshold. And I would argue there's a little bit of truth in that, you know, hard to put a number on it maybe. But ever since then, it seems like the amount of hate media that's being created that is basically like anti-manosphere media, it's been in like hyperdrive. It really has. And well, I guess we got to talk about that. There's been a couple of other things come out recently. It's like every time I look at one of these bigger major publications, they always got the manosphere name in their mouth. And even when guys aren't really talking about the manosphere, if you even sound like a man of the manosphere, you're going to get in trouble. And it's everywhere now. You can't avoid it. It's always like this now. It's just the way it is. I think he was trying to tell everybody that prettier women don't have the friendliest personalities compared to, you know, maybe less pretty women, because less pretty women theoretically would have to be, you know, more personable, you know, have to bring something else to the game. They can't just be, you know, ugly and mean. You can be pretty and kind of mean, you know, you can be pretty and really mean, honestly. And, you know, things might work out for you, but ugly? No. Isn't that like kind of a stereotype, really? The fat, jolly people. Fat people aren't always jolly. But, you know, again, I guess, you know, it helps to be jolly when you have other visible shortcomings, you know. But these are the kind of things that men talk about just casually online. And then it's like women started listening to men talk online, and now the world is like clutching its pearls. I think, like he said, it's obviously politically incorrect. And I think that's another reason why the manosphere gets a lot of hate, because it's like one of the one places you can go to hear an overwhelming abundance of politically incorrect takes and opinions and whatnot. Because men, when they're being free and honest, are just, you know, politically incorrect by nature. You have to force these corrections on most people, you know? And men are always going to be the last holdouts, I guess, right? But I want to jump to something else I found really quickly from The Guardian. You know, we're getting global with this shit. Has the manosphere ruined dating, y'all? Right away, tell me in the chat, yay or nay. Do you think the manosphere has ruined dating? Or do you think dating was cooked no matter what these podcast bros were talking about? Found this concept is... Albert, I have no idea what your like racial ethnic background is, but I'm gonna freestyle off this real quick, right? Albert says, I'd rather have money than box, right? Now that alone is profound on itself, applied to any group of men, right? That's a powerful thing. Now walk with me for a minute, Albert. Walk with me for a minute, if you don't mind. Imagine what that idea could do to the Black community. Imagine a bunch of niggas who said, I would rather have money than box. You understand how earth-shattering that would be to these niggas right here?
But if man had to find out that his God was a woman...
I say the black woman is God, and...
Black woman is God.
I say the black woman is God.
The black woman is God because, you know, she was the first organism on this planet.
If only people could adjust their priorities accordingly. An equation I've been talking about for a long time for women, and this is like a completely inverse reality to like what men go through. As a man, the older you get and the more money you make, the more access you have to different women, different types of women, different levels of quality of women. Whereas with women, the older you get and the more money you make, all that diminishes and completely the opposite, like reverse trend. And it's a brutality that women haven't really quite adjusted to. They don't seem really capable of that adjustment. Like their ego won't let them understand that early enough. But that's the reality. Like as a woman, the higher up the socioeconomic ladder you climb, there are just less men up there for you, because women tend to want men who do better and have more. And there are just less men who have more than you now. And the men who do, they probably don't like you anyway. You know, there's a whole brutality that goes on with that equation. Crazy thought, even like from a woman's perspective. And it's really difficult as a man to really try to put your brain in a female body and attempt to understand the world from their, you know, physical reality. But as a woman, just selecting for guys who have a job versus guys who don't, you've probably taken like 80% of guys off the table in your particular like field division. Maybe not 80, like 60, 70, 65. Just selecting for guys who have jobs, you've probably taken 65% of guys off the table already. Varies from environment to environment, but you get what I'm saying, right? You're automatically cutting guys out of the pool just looking for guys with jobs. Then you want, you know, good jobs, and then good jobs who don't live with their parents, and then good jobs with their own car who don't live with their parents. Like you start to whittle away at the list of men. Anyway, shout out to everybody in the audience. Please like, share, and subscribe, and also do not forget,
I need that money.
shout out to American Man with the $20 Venmo donation. He says, by the way, support me on Venmo. You can't get me on Cash App no more. Super Chats and Venmo. The Venmo address is crawling at the bottom. Shout out to American Man with the $20. If women are making more, get this is a complicated question here. You gotta let it build up a little. If women are making more, why are they on the internet complaining about bills? You know why? Because they're girls. They're just girls, and life costs a lot of money.
It costs a lot of money to bring the real. And yeah, we don't care. Yeah, we don't care. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, gift stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine like jet flying, son of a gun, the biggest star of them all. It costs a lot of money to bring the real world champion on location. Only an Artie and Ricky. We do it better than everybody else. Don't wrap me up. No.
I mean, really, that's the main reason why they don't. I mean, everybody knows women aren't really that great with money. Generally speaking, as a rule, you know, this is why all the advertising is aimed at women. This is why all the shopping deals are thrown at women. You know, spend money to save. You gotta spend money to save money. That's girl math right there. Spending money to save money is like girl math 101. And it costs a lot of money to do math like that with your real life. And you ain't got no man on top of all of that. That's the real kicker, right? You know, it costs a lot of money when you ain't got. Women have a lot stronger feelings. Women care about this a lot more than men do. Like, don't get me wrong. Men, you know, would like to engage with women, I guess. It's like the dudes would just rather be, you know, in the house alone all the time. Like, if you really had to ask them, they probably would rather not be like that. But what I'm saying is that the way men describe it is typically like, I got to go get some pussy. Whereas like when women describe it like, oh my God, how come I can't find a boyfriend? It's been like 40 years since I've had a boyfriend. Like women count the, you know, they're looking for the companionship side of it more. Whereas like men, Men are looking for the sexual companionship side, and then you get drawn into a relationship. If it's done right, you find yourself in a relationship that you didn't even see coming, right? That's when a woman's really, really at the top of her game. But generally speaking, guys aren't really missing the relationship part of it the way women are. It's so crazy. Every time I was taking my kid out fishing and I was teaching him lessons about fishing, who wasn't in the conversation about fishing? The goddamn fish. It's crazy how that works. Like, even when I was learning and I was getting taught how to fish, how to do things, how to catch a fish, who never ever told me anything about how to actually catch a fish? The goddamn fish. It's crazy how unhelpful the fish are when it comes to like teaching how to catch fish. But for whatever reasons that are beyond me, people on the internet think that it's only ever appropriate that the fish be and the fish needs to be like an integral part of the fish catching conversation. Why do you think that's the way it should go? I mean, I think there is the basic there is a reality to what's being talked about, in that let's say you're like, you're one of these guys who shows up to the dating coach seminar or whatever, right? You're a guy who needs help talking to women. Obviously, you can tell right away there are two types of men in this world, right? Guys that get girls and guys that don't get girls, right? So now you're looking at the guys who get girls, and the next obvious step is, what do they do? What do they have that I need to do, that I need to have in order to get girls, right? It's a really basic equation. But for whatever reason, when people find out about that reality on the internet, it's like, oh my God, you're in a cult. You're in a woman-hating cult. And it's really like the most basic thing ever. It's the guys who don't have skills going to the guys who do have skills, asking, how to get skills. You guys remember, you ever see The Last Dragon? It's like one of the very, very last lines of The Last Dragon. At the end of the movie, the hero, he got the girl or whatever, and now they're back, all the fighting's done, and it's cool. He came to roll up on her again, and they were like in a nightclub because she was a nightclub chick. And the last thing I think he said to her was, "Can you teach me some moves?" Right? Because he was a lame. Really low key, Bruce Leroy was a lame punk ass nigga who wasn't supposed to get no girl like Apollonia, whatever the hell her name was. But he was the lame ass nigga who didn't really know no moves. He had the glow. Her name was Vanity. All right, good. I forgot her name, Vanity. But Bruce Leroy, he had the glow, but he didn't have the moves. And so, like, every nigga like that doesn't have moves, he's got to find a way to learn moves. Like, what is all the old school kung fu movies were about? I have to find a master. I have to avenge my master. It was all about learning moves and the person that taught me the moves and all of that. Like, the nigga that taught you the moves is the OG. That's the homie. But for whatever reason, when it comes to the internet and it comes to women, you're not allowed to learn no moves. You got to be punk ass Bruce Leroy with no glow. That's what they really want. They want all the beta niggas who never had a shot to just go back to having no moves and no glow, no motion, no hoes, just a miserable life for you. Nobody ever is going to care. Too bad. So sad. Play again.
Nigga, please.
Serious.
I'm not teaching you how to be friends. I'm teaching you how to get the box, all right? And being a woman's friend has nothing to do with getting the box, all right? And this is literally a path taken by many men have wound up in the bitch's friend zone because wrongfully, a lot of men started out thinking that being her friend was a path to the box, right? It was only after like bitter observation did you realize that the dudes that got the box didn't act like friends. They act like dudes that got the box, right? It's a bitter pill. It's a hard thing to really like internalize if you didn't really start there from the beginning, right? Which is a lot of guys. But that's just that is just the basic reality. Like, being her friend doesn't get you the box, right? You want to be the box friend. You don't want to be her friend. And the things that make you friends with her box aren't the things that make you friends with her. And it's a thin line maybe for a lot of people, but it is a difference. It's a cold, hard reality. And, you know, you'll find out the hard way.
To anything.
And, you know, that's it's a basic reality for a lot of men too, right? You know, there are guys who will tell you that, you know, they got even more women when they were broke, as opposed to, like, you know, this point in their life when they're doing better and they're a little bit more stable or whatever. But I think for a lot of just, you know, basic guys, there's a confidence level to just having money, having your life in order, being able to make decisions as you choose, not, you know, as the decisions choose you. And when you have this environment where women are low-key like out earning or equally earning what men earn right now, there's a huge imbalance in just, you know, men's confidence in that whole realm, like literally feeling like, you know, less of a man, so to speak. Like, a man's earning capabilities does kind of just affect his confidence for the most part. Like, not all guys, but as a general rule of thumb, because there are going to be a lot of other indignities that hit you in life well before a woman has a chance to turn you down, you know? Next week, all right, we're going to come back next week and see how you do that. I found something else too. Let me see. What did I do with this one here? You niggas done ruined adult videos too. Apparently, the Manosphere is ruining pornography.
Potential access to internet porn a lot younger than millennials too, though. But talking specifically about these porn quitting app founders, their app charges users $30 a year. From your reporting, it sounded like they were not necessarily the originators of this kind of messaging, but they were capitalizing on this broader messaging toward young men. Is that right?
Exactly. Yeah. The two founders, Alex Slater and Connor McLaren, they were these guys that, you know, they really wanted to be entrepreneurs. They wanted to emulate the sort of lifestyle a lot of influencers kind of have. They like built an app and they can just have passive income for the rest of their lives. And so they both kind of simultaneously had this idea to do a porn quitting app. And this app has been very, very, very successful.
I noticed that you mentioned that like this messaging around like not using porn or not masturbating is coming from quite a few secular Manosphere influencers, but I know the idea of foregoing porn and masturbation.
The Manosphere won't let nobody have no fun. Hoes mad and you niggas can't spank no more without feeling guilty.
Nigga, please.
Serious.
Yeah, no more gooning. Gooning actually lowers your vril. Gooning dilutes your melanated abilities.
Also has roots in some Christian communities. What is behind the more secular version of all this? I'm wondering, like, Scott, what have you seen?
Anti-masturbation is really old, and it's also been secular and religious for a very long time. I mean, there are anti-masturbation trends in a variety of different eugenic traditions, different religious traditions.
Don't you guys think it's weird that the government actually wants you to goon? Like, you know, even like, think about this, right? Even as a weed smoker, right? Longtime weed smoker. The more I think about it, like, don't you think it's a bit suspicious? Don't you find it a little bit suspicious that your government wants you constantly high as much as it can on the most powerful versions of the thing as you can find? They want to refine it. They want to take the chemical out of the plant and just give it to you in a gel form. Like, smoke this gel, right? The government wants you to do that now. Don't you think it's a bit strange? And then the same thing with gooning, right? Don't you think it's a bit strange that your government that takes all of your tax money and gives it to bitches that hate you, they want you to spend all of your time fantasizing about bitches you can never have, gratifying yourself about realities you can never live? Don't you find it a little bit strange? Maybe I'm just bugging. I don't know. my mind is a little bit conspiratorial. I sometimes think about the dark side of things, like, why would the government want me to goon, right? It only takes me to dark places. Like, it is literally like an X-Files episode. This is like the one X-Files episode that never got released. You know, Fox and Scully, they were out there trying to find out why the CIA actually owns every adult film company in the whole United States. Like, why is every adult film company actually owned by a CIA front company? Why is that? Like, we really need Fox and Mulder to get to the bottom of that. I'm telling you, that's like the one unreleased episode of the X-Files. Why does the government control your gooning? Between aliens and gooning, the government is on some shit, and I think we need answers, y'all.
And these things have been picked up on across generations. What we're seeing at the moment is that anti-masturbation has become almost a product that is part of a suite of products that are seen as being part of personal development. There are all of these theories that they develop.
Hey, shout out to my man Albert with the $4.99. You say this is a good time to hear the Platinum Elite clip. You know, damn it, I really just gotta have that clip like isolated and locked in the banks in case I need to bring it up one time. I mean, it really is. It really is a great clip. It really is like this is like the motivational speech that niggas really, really deserve. And now I think it's lost. I think YouTube done buried it underneath a bunch of other bullshit. Where is the Platinum Elite speech? I used to have it. As soon as I would type it in, it would pull right up, but now it's not there no more. If you got the link to that Platinum Elite clip, drop it in the chat for me. I'll pull that right up for you. Drop it in the chat.
Around, I mean, it's not a theory that is based in any kind of scientific evidence. This idea that masturbation makes you weak, it lowers your testosterone levels, and specifically masturbating to porn interferes with your dopamine creation cycle. It makes you more depressed. It causes something called porn-induced erectile dysfunction. If you want to grow as a person, if you want to make lots of money, if you want to be successful in love and life, in related ways, if you want to be a real man, if you want to be an alpha man, or if you want to be a Western man, if you want to be the kind of man who can protect whiteness, if you want to be the...
Whoa. What the hell does gooning have to do with protecting whiteness? We gotta stop. We gotta stop. We're gonna take a motivational break, and then we gotta come back and figure out the connection between white people and gooning. Like, if you masturbate, will the white people go extinct? Is it like that thing with Tinkerbell where you had to like keep clapping or something to bring her back to life? Like, the more you masturbate, the more white people go extinct. What the hell is he talking about? Anyway, we need a motivational break. Shout out to my man Albert with the $4.99. Please like, share, and subscribe, and get out there and touch some ass, y'all.
Now, look, I want to speak on this about a little young player. I see a little young player, Ramil, up in here. I ain't got no problem with the pump and dump thing. I see where he coming, and I feel him. He in Atlanta. Them hoes is going. You niggas be leaving that shit out. Them hoes is going out there. Them hoes is fucking all over the place. And niggas is getting at him. And you niggas start fucking me up with that weak shit, telling niggas not to fuck on the bitch. Nigga, I'm gonna fuck this bitch. That's what I'm gonna do, nigga. I'm getting tired of you trying to check my motherfucking game, nigga. I'm in this shit. I'm gonna knock on this bitch, nigga. Fuck you. And I'm getting tired of you, nigga. You can't take it. I'm in this shit to win this shit. And I'm sick of you weak ass, over the hill, downstairs niggas wanna go smoke cigars with some old white boy in the exclusive Moose Club, nigga. Fuck you. I'm out here with these bitches, nigga. I'ma hold it on. I'ma get it in. And you niggas gotta be out there. It's about your motherfucking game. It's about being a motherfucking player out here. It's about being a real nigga. You niggas understand what it is being a real motherfucking nigga. You don't know how to talk it up. You don't know how to get it in. Them niggas weak in this shit. I'm sick of you niggas. Them hoes over there fucking with Kevin. Them bitches living to get married. Them some married-minded bitches. I ain't trying to fuck on no hoe like that. Go over there and fuck with Kevin. Let me fuck with the rest. I'm gonna do my best, nigga. Fuck y'all niggas. And I put this out because you niggas don't put the whole side of the black man out here. You put one side out here. And I'm tired of that shit. And real niggas out here like me, we getting it in. I ain't got nothing to cry on. We let the bitch lie on us. The bitch lied on me, nigga. That's what you did. And I'm gonna do it again. And again, motherfucker. That's what I do. I'm sick of these motherfuckers lying. I'm gonna get more than you next time, motherfucker. That's how we do out here. Look, he popping the devil. I don't blame him. They spent the Cardi get wild and shit. All he's gonna want to do is fucking suck. And why get fucked up, they gonna fucking suck your partner. You know what? Just accept it. Be done with that shit. You niggas go to church, man. You know what I'm saying? Take that shit to church. I can't help it. The whole fuck you all, nigga. That's your problem. Ain't my problem, nigga. I solve problems. I don't make them, nigga. That's what I do. You guys understand what it is to be a motherfucking back out here? It's just like playing football, nigga. We get a prep. We get a motherfucking pep rally before we get at these bitches. Let's get it up. Let's get it in. You don't understand that, though. That's what killing me with that. But look, I'm gonna pull up out of here, man. I'm gonna pull up out of here. Look, appreciate you pop in, man. We need, that's the whole black man. Show the whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Platinum Elite is like Ric Flair for country boys, bro. He is like a country nigga Ric Flair. Shout out to Platinum Elite. You niggas need to get out there and touch on some real ass, man. Out here on the internet, imagining hoes. There's hoes out here in the world. Go grab on one.
The kind of man who can fight against the shadowy forces,
oh yeah,
the globalizing forces.
Oh yeah. Now back to this, y'all. Apparently, gooning is all a part of some grand strategy to like destroy the white patriarchy.
Make lots of money if you want to be successful in love and life. In related ways, if you want to be a real man, if you want to be an alpha man, or if you want to be a Western man, if you want to be the kind of man who can protect whiteness, if you want to be the kind of man who can fight against the shadowy forces, the globalizing forces that are trying to make us all weak, then you will go on an anti-masturbation challenge.
Can I ask a question right quick? How does not masturbating like protect whiteness? Is it like a thing?
That's right, bitch. No fap for Western civilization. That's right, boys. We're saving the country. No fapping for Western civilization. First nigga to fap loses his culture. First nigga to fap watches his grandkids not be born. Every time you fap, those are grandkids that you'll never have, okay? No fap for Western civilization, y'all.
Of like, you don't want to just like waste sperm on personal fun time, and instead you would rather save it for procreation. I mean, this is just conjecture from my brain. Forgive me if that's wrong. But like, is that the thought process behind that?
Yeah, well, it's part of it. It's both that energy, the energy you have for real sex with real women, right? So
okay.
I'm not saying that, you know.
And you know what? Honestly, that actually is just logically true. Like, think about the energy consumption that the box hunt actually entails, right? Just getting a job, you know, for those who need the confidence of money, right? You gotta have some type of money for yourself. You know what I mean? You gotta smell good. You gotta kind of look good. You know, you gotta have something going on, right? And then, you know, let's say you gotta pay for a date, right? All these things, right? There's a money side to that. And then on top of that, you gotta actually go out there and like hunt. You gotta go find a chick. Hunt sounds crazy, right? But you know, you gotta catch a bitch slipping at the watering hole. You know what I mean? Like the old school niggas used to do it, like an old player. And then you catch her at the watering hole, and then you gotta, you know, present yourself. You know what I mean? Here I am, game, bitch. And then she'd be like, oh my God, look at you, game. And then, you know, maybe you go somewhere, maybe you can get it to, you know, that day, whatever. But all these things can be boiled down to like a level of cost, right? There's an opportunity cost at each step of the game. And what if you're spending all that energy on something totally else? Like, what if you're getting to the big bang without having to use any of that cost, without actually having to waste any energy, right? It's an appealing model for those of you niggas who are too lazy to go out in the real world and touch some ass, you know? It's an appealing model.
People who are not white don't participate because they certainly do. But there is a section of the anti-masturbation movement that is all about your special white sperm and the special white babies that you're going to have.
He really
and
did
that's seen as being...
He really just said that?
White sperm, and a section of the anti-masturbation movement that is all about your special white sperm. And
oh my God, why does all this sound like very, very pseudo? This is very, very pseudo. You niggas are like, y'all are some real hardcore meat watchers, bro. I'm telling you. Y'all niggas are, yo, they are really watching the white man's meat like crazy right now. Like, make sure you put that shit in the trash, white man. Like, bro, Bruh, you thought black men suffered meat watching. Imagine being the white man and the whole world is meat watching you. Like, make sure you go in and put it in the trash, like I told you, boy.
I'm not saying that, people who are not white don't participate, because they certainly do. But there is a section of the anti-masturbation movement that is all about your special white sperm and the special white babies that you're going to have. And that's seen as being part of what you're doing to protect the West, right? They talk about the birth rates. They talk about the fact that, North America and Western Europe are below replacement rate.
Yeah, I heard that one. Yeah.
You're making sure that when you are having sex, you're having sex in a way that is going to reproduce the white race.
That's right. If you're going to do it, make sure it counts. All right. None of that gay shit. All right. We need all of your shots on target. We're in a mission to save Western civilization, and we can't afford any of those weird shots you niggas be taking. All right. All of your shots have to be on target. None of that weird shit.
Rebecca, from your reporting, what's kind of undergirding this secular anti-porn men movement?
Yeah, just like how Scott said, sort of using these scientific terms or pseudoscientific ideas about like dopamine, it really reflects the panic over screen time that we're having around kids, adults, everyone kind of right now. And it's like, if you spend all of your time scrolling on your phone, your brain is somehow being warped by algorithms, by technology companies, and therefore you will have more trouble being happy in the future because it's doing something to your brain. And this is sort of a controversial take already.
It literally is, though. Like, I bet you if you could like wire up a young teenage boy's brain, like one of those EKG brain scanner helmet things, and then like capture that very first moment where like a boy sees like a raw nipple out in the wild, it's like electrifying to the mind, right? And now you're taking that very same natural stimulus, right? And you're electrifying the mind over and over again. Because not only you just might happen to see a raw nipple out in the wild, like riding the bus to work, just walking down the block, you might happen to get a nip slip or something like that, just casually, let alone like having it literally in your pocket all day long, calling you like Pookie from New Jack City. Just be calling me, man. It's fucking titties, just be calling me. I can't help it. Like, the shit just in your pocket all day. Like, you understand what that does to your brain? And this is a uniquely male problem, right? Which brings me back to the question, don't you find it a little bit suspicious that your government wants you gooning all the time?
Simply be said that people who watch porn are making themselves depressed and anxious by virtue of watching porn. There's so many different factors here. And also, like Scott said, there is, to add to another level of racism on certain corners of this debate, like there is some part of the porn-free movement that believe that anti-Semitic conspiracy theory that
not an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory. We do not traffic in anti-Semitic conspiracy theories over here. I will have you know, this is a reputable channel, and we don't do things like that. We only traffic in conspiracy facts over here.
These are the people that are making money off of porn websites and OnlyFans because they want to keep you at home, depressed, not dating, not procreating.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. I want to repeat back to what you said to me because I want to make sure that I heard you correctly. So there are some people who believe in anti-Semitic conspiracy theory that Jewish people are running the porn apps and they want to keep them like addicted to the porn apps to make money.
Yes.
So that's like a wildly compounded and
that is a crazy idea. I can't believe people would even think something like that. Like, you know, you people on the internet, you guys have like the craziest ideas, you know. There's a secret plot to get you constantly distracted by boobies, right? If you're constantly distracted by boobies, You won't even realize that I just bought your house right from under you. You won't even notice me taking your your country away from you. You won't even notice me taking your woman away from you, right? Just keep your eyes on the bouncing boobies. Nobody would ever come up with a stupid idea like that. Why do you people think that? You niggas on the internet too much. You got to go outside and touch some ass, y'all.
Vulgar anti-Semitic conspiracy theory that some people who are a part of this movement or a part of this greater sentiment believe.
Right. But I will say that this movement has.
Yes, Jesse. Yeah. Titties are evil, Jesse Lee. I hope you understand that is the entire focus of tonight's conversation. If you take nothing away from anything I told you all day, actually go back for the last 48, 72 hours, right? Just remember I told you titties are evil. All right? Titties are a CIA plot to enslave men and have them dominated by women. Titties are evil and birds are fake. And that motherfucker is not real. All right? These are all government conspiracies, and I want you to just be aware of it. Birds are fake, titties are evil, and that motherfucker over there is not real. Keep up, my nigga, keep up.
So many different tentacles in so many different spaces. I don't think you can paint it in one large brush, but this sort of language of self-improvement and science-backed evidence and also resentment towards women in the sex industries, women in general, feminism, etc. These are all sort of combining into creating this movement that a lot of men, even men who are politically or socially liberal, but they think that because they are spending time watching porn, that
we've even convinced your liberal beta orbiter bro that titties are evil. Once we convince the liberal betas that titties are evil, that's the makings of a revolution. All right. Once you got enough men who emphatically believe in the evil of titties, we can burn some shit down then. All right. That's really the plot of the Manosphere, is to convince, a tipping point. We need an activated majority of men to really believe that titties are evil and out to get them. And then we can start to change the world, all right? We can change the world. If enough of you guys accept it in your heart that God loves you and titties are evil, we can bring about heaven on earth like tomorrow. Shout out to my man Ninja Man Henny with the $40. My man hit me with the 40 ball for today's YouTube 3.25 frequency. Yes, bro. I appreciate the support. Thank you all for the love and support. Shout out to everybody in the audience. It costs a lot of money to do what I do right here.
It costs a lot of money to bring the real. And we're niggas still. Yeah, we don't care. We don't care. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine like jet flying. Son of a gun. The biggest star of them all. It costs a lot of money to bring the real world champion on location. Only an Arnie and Ricky. We do it better than everybody else. Don't wrap me up. No.
Take your ass to your room and watch.
You need to get out of my mama house, punk.
Take your ass to your room and watch your fucking mouth.
Mama, I know you hear me. Mama, I want some chicken nuggets.
You keep this shit up and you're gonna end up getting a spare key.
Y'all was in there hunching. I heard clapping sounds.
Mind your business. We was listening to music and I was clapping my hands to the beat.
Y'all got this room smelling like booty, and you need to stop eating my shit, or I'm telling my daddy you was over here again.
You can snitch all you want, lil nigga. Just know I'll be back again. Clapping yo mama.
You need...
Somebody please tell me, why would you Manosphere niggas do this, y'all? Somebody done let these Manosphere niggas have artificial intelligence. We done got AI Manosphere. And as vicious and devious as women could be, ain't nothing like a bunch of bitter basement-dwelling incel type niggas with high IQs and AI advantages now. I'm telling you, It's over for Keisha. The reputation is going to take a crazy drop. AI Keisha is horrible. I remember the first time I saw an AI Keisha video, I was like, oh God, it's over. They're going to put Keisha in situations she was never dreamt to be in. They're going to have Keisha doing things she just ain't built for. And it's all going to be hilarious. And you know what? Why did this thing go back on mute? You know what? Since we're on the subject of blaming the manosphere, I want to raise a counterpoint, right? Let's raise a counterpoint. I don't think the manosphere killed dating. I don't think the manosphere hurt dating at all. I think women, by and large, hurt dating. But more to the point, even taking the blame off of women, because you can't blame women ever for anything. They're never wrong. They're always special, little perfect balls of light. And what if it's not women? What if it's the technology? You know what I think has killed dating and relationships? Smartphones. Everybody's got a goddamn smartphone right now, and we're seeing things that, like, as a country, we were only supposed to hear rumors about this. We were only supposed to like hear stories. We were supposed to tell each other these things, like in the bathroom, between classes, during study hall, we would have these conversations when nobody was around. Like, remember when we were kids and we all heard that little Kim had to get her stomach pumped because she had a really wild and crazy night with the boys? Like, imagine if there was actual cell phone footage of that and it wasn't just a rumor. We have too much footage of too many things now.
Bow, 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 bow. Bow, bow, bow. Y'all come say hi to the stream. We on the stream right now.
Now, I want you to understand, I forget this guy's name. Oh, Chud the Builder. Glad his name is right on the screen. Thank you, Chud. Chud the Builder has been going viral lately because, well, let's just call for shorthand, for brevity, let's call him an online racist, right? That's his thing. He goes out in the world with his camera and he says racially provocative things to the blacks.
Bow, 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 bow. Bow, bow, bow. Y'all come say hi to the stream. We on the stream right now. We got all the she-boons.
What the fuck you mean? Yeah, wait, is you the nigga that
I'm that nigga. I knew y'all know. That's what's up.
Look at y'all queens. Couldn't wait to chop it up for a white boy. Look, just busting it. Oh, ain't you that nigga? He like, yeah, girl, I'm that nigga. Just couldn't wait to bust it open for a real cracker.
What
the fuck you mean? Yeah, wait, is you the nigga that
I'm that nigga. I knew y'all know. That's what's up. How y'all doing? The little ratchet girls love me.
Yes.
No, y'all are base. I'm kidding. Y'all look clean. You're not nasty. Don't run off with it.
Don't run off.
No, y'all look good. Y'all look good out here. None of y'all named Shaniqua, right?
We fuck with no. I don't know
What's
what
your
everybody
name?
else be on, but like
Y'all fuck with me?
Yes. It's okay.
How old are y'all?
Grown as fuck. Don't worry.
Y'all are grown. All right, cool.
Oh man, no, that's the bad answer, bro. That is the bad answer. I need a number that starts higher than 2. That's a dangerous answer, bro. Nah, you gotta run. Good thing you got your camera out.
Well, that's all that matters. I just gotta make sure for the stream.
Yeah. Wait, are you like?
What's your name?
On there?
Angel? Maya.
Keisha.
Nice to meet y'all.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna roast you because your name's Keisha. I like Keisha. Keisha's always cool.
No, it's fuck with you though.
Yeah, hell yeah. But I gotta get out of here. And I don't want y'all to get shot up and shit.
We don't even play like that.
These people are crazy. Y'all got my back?
We got your back. We got your back.
Last night I had a Mesa dude. Y'all gotta look up the video. Look it up.
Chud the Builder out here catching these holes in their natural habitat. I'm telling you, man, it's the cameras. Everybody has like a smartphone and they're out here catching like free range holes in their natural habitat. And then, news of these events, they come back to the Manosphere, and the Manosphere guys, they be like, look, man, ain't that your queen? Ain't that your God?
A lot of people seem to not understand me.
Science proves that the black woman is God. We're not just saying that.
And the black and Latino woman, they manifested themselves out of dark matter energy. All right.
I believe the black woman is God.
Black woman, God. I don't believe God, no man. I believe God, a black woman.
The black woman is God.
But my number one subject matter is the black woman is God. That's first and foremost.
Black woman is God.
The black woman is still God.
You're God, black woman.
The black woman is God. She is the creator. She is the sustainer. She is the provider. She is the first teacher of the children. She is everything to the black race.
But don't get it wrong. I am still a white man's whore.
Funny, you should actually do stand-up sometime. Yeah,
maybe.
I think she's joking.
Okay. No.
I hope so.
Do it, Nick. Do it. No, I can't.
How could I
That'll be implied.
Do it, Nick, so you can get banned again.
You can say it. Yeah. Say it. Come on, man. I want you to say it.
For real. Yeah, what you got?
You want me to say it?
Yes. Say it.
Is anyone going to hit me if I say it?
No. 2 hours. Come on, Nick. What you got?
All right, nigger.
It's really that easy, man. And it was all going, you know. Nick wasn't going because he's racist. You know, he has principles.
Hey, anybody that's wearing red, I'm trying to fuck.
Oh my goodness, Valentine!
No. Hey, oh shit.
Wait on top.
No, if you get her, you gotta get me.
I'll get both.
You gotta get both.
Bitch, you ain't even got on red. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? You ain't even got red on. You jumped in front of that just because for the love of the game. It wasn't even required of you. Wasn't even demanded of you. You just strictly out here hoeing for the love of the game. Colorblind and out of line.
Hey, anybody that's wearing red, I'm trying to fuck.
No. Oh my goodness, Valentine!
No.
You gotta get her. You need to get her. Oh, hell no, let's fuck.
Hey, oh shit.
Wait on top.
No, if you get her, you gotta get me.
I'll get both.
You gotta get both. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
I'll get both of y'all.
No. Wait.
No, I'm saying simply that.
Hey.
Out here getting out the Maybach like a real player. Player from the Himalaya. Doing it real big. You know. One day, if you niggas get your lives together, you can get you 3 African baddies with giant afros to just follow you around. It's like backup dancers for a rich nigga. You ain't rich. You ain't a real rich nigga until you get your own backup dancers to just live with you. But not only has the the smartphone and the social media ruined, quote, dating, as we're calling it, women have talked too much. All right. I'm going to be the first guy to tell you this. Right. The main problem with modern dating, and it's going to sound counterintuitive, I know, but it's like back to the fish thing, right? Fish ain't going to teach you how to catch fish, right? Women talking has ruined modern dating. If women would talk like 40% less, we would probably love them like 20% more, right? There's a weird inflection there, doesn't always match one for one, but there is a pattern that holds, right? If you would talk less, men love you more. Something about women talking makes men hate them.
Nice. That's not really a thing.
So you thought it was like almost a red flag that he was too nice?
I think it was just like nice. That's not really a thing.
So you thought it was like almost a red flag that he was too nice?
I think I was just like not ready to accept all of that yet. I was like coming out of that, like a long relationship, a divorce. Like I was just like chaotic.
Yeah.
I think I needed some chaos first.
Yes. Meeting a nice guy that's actually going to treat you well. You're like, wait, can you pause for 2 seconds?
Yeah.
Let me get
I'll
my
be
shit
back.
together and I'll come back.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, wait.
Nice. That's not really a thing.
And one of the positives of women talking is that they do kind of confirm a lot of the manosphere talking points about women's raw nature and how women interact and the bad boy thing and all that. Women make themselves look bad and also make all the evil, heartless manosphere men look right. Something about women talking just ruins everything. And now that we're in this like post mainstream media, everybody has a podcast landscape, it's just becoming women talking. Like probably like 75% of the internet right now is just literally women talking, right? It's like shopping and women talking.
Well, speaking of love, because I love that you just brought up that whole, stepping back, and I'm single, stepping out, like, how are you feeling about dating? How you having fun? Are you interested?
It's stupid. I hate it. It's so dumb.
I want it to be like the 90s, how y'all made it look in the movies. It ain't fun, Nia.
I want flowers sent to my house. I need you to show consistent effort.
Like,
I need you to show me that I need you.
Okay, because that's the thing.
That is.
And one of the worst things about watching all these podcasts with women talking, and even though Nia Long is like, she's good looking for a Stone Age bitch, but like listening to women talk, you realize they want all these things and have nothing to like offer in exchange. Like at the very least, like you could at least lie to me, bitch. Like goddamn. And at the very least, respect me enough to lie to me. Like sell me a dream that I actually want to buy. But like modern podcast women are like, give me everything, love me, I'm a horrible cunt, and you're gonna be nice to me anyway. And it's like, damn, what part of that is something like a nigga actually wants to buy into, right? Like you don't even respect me enough to lie to me anymore.
I want somebody to play dumb, but then you already dumb. Now we both dumb.
Okay, I'm leaving. I gotta go.
You know I'm not lying, Nia. You know I'm not lying. They want you to play dumb, but it's like you already are dumb. So now what do I do?
I'm sorry.
Somebody's got to teach somebody something.
Somebody has to be the student, and someone must be the teacher.
It's getting to the point that I was at one of these events, and the guy next to me, I mean, he's talking to me about he just going to France and he and we having such a great time. 69 though, and I started to think.
He was 69.
I was like, should I date?
Asking you to do 69. I was like, what? On the first conversation,
he gave me an evening to remember. I started to think.
No.
69,
honey. No.
They out here fucking young niggas. They out here with old niggas. They have no idea where they belong in the world. They're just out here doing whatever, just throwing their coochie on whatever feels good. Something about women in podcasts, man, and you blame the manosphere. You got the nerve to blame the manosphere. Have you seen what these hoes do with a podcast?
Call Her Daddy is brought to you by Tinder. Daddy Gang, if you're looking for a sign to put yourself out there, Tinder's new astrology mode is it. Whether you're someone who blames everything on Mercury being in
They got astrology on Tinder now. I don't think I ever did Tinder, by the way. Of all the dating apps, which I didn't really do that shit anyway, but I don't think I've ever done Tinder.
retrograde, or you're the type of person who has literally no idea what that means. Tinder's got you. Gone are the days of stalking your crush's mom's social media to find out their exact time of birth, because now with Tinder's astrology mode, you can fill out your birth chart info on your profile and be shown a glimpse of your astrological compatibility.
I mean, as a man, as like a young millennial or a Gen Z or whatever type of nigga you are, don't you just love the idea of getting your astrology girl from Tinder? Like, doesn't it sound like the ultimate romantic flex? Is I got me one of them Tinder astrology hoes? That actually sounds like a subcategory of woman, a Tinder astrology hoe. You know, you got art hoes. You got those like with black women, you know, they always have dreadlocks and they either smell like weed or sandalwood, Egyptian musk. You know what I mean? You got them Afro hoes. You know, you got your nerdy hoes that look like Velma from Scooby-Doo. Like, the Tinder astrology hoe sounds like a whole new 2026 subcategory of women. We haven't even discovered that. Like, they didn't have Tinder astrology hoes back when my dad was a bartender in East New York, you know? You know, back in the day, such things were never even fathomable. We're putting sentences together that you could have never imagined 25 years ago. The Tinder astrology hoes. We're in a brave new world.
With potential matches, from communication styles to emotional compatibility, Tinder is telling you everything you need to know, because maybe you're an earth sign who needs a little air to balance you out, or maybe you're a fire sign who needs a little water as a Leo.
What if I'm a dick sign and I need a little coochie to balance me out? You see what I did there, right? That's how you spit game to Tinder hoes. You got to go sign for sign, bar for bar. I'm telling you, there's nothing that has done more damage to dating than women talking in public. This is why the Taliban have basically outlawed women talking in public. I mean, I hear they're not even allowed to talk in their own houses because, God forbid, you know, a nigga walk by and hear you talking in your house. I told you that counts as a body in Afghanistan. Like, if you're talking out loud in public and a man hears you, that counts as a body. And I think they're onto something, because women talking in public has ruined so many things lately.
Languages is acts of service. So it's like, if I come downstairs and the kitchen is clean and you've done it all and you've done all the dishes and you've closed all the pantry doors, you better be ready to get your dick sucked. I mean, like, literally.
When women get on the podcast and tell the most like attractive lies, like, doesn't that sound logical? Like, as a husband, you know, I do the dishes, I get a blowjob, right? It sounds logical. It sounds like a normal 1-for-1 transaction, because that's the way a man's mind works, right? You know, if A, then B, right? If I do this, then this will happen, right? If I do the dishes, I get a blowjob, right? And you know, most guys are dumb and they want to believe, right? That's really what the Manosphere is taking away from men, the want to believe. Because of the Manosphere, not a lot of men even want to believe anymore. But a lot of men do want to believe that blowjob plus, dishes equals blowjob, right? Dishes plus me equals blowjob. If I do dishes, I get blowjob, right? But that's not how it works, right? That's just not how it works. In reality, the guy who does dishes gets even less blowjobs. As you start doing more and more housework, your blowjob count goes down dramatically. I don't know why. I don't have all the answers for why. I just observe patterns and behavior. And what I'm hearing is the guys that do dishes and shit, they get less blowjobs. But if you let women tell it, they will get right on every podcast. They will look you right in the eye and tell you that, yes, my love, you plus dishes equals blowjob. Gawk, 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 gawk. Right? They'll say that. They'll look you right in the eye and say that shit. Meanwhile, half of the married men are dry as the Sahara Desert. All they do now is watch football and do the dishes.
Languages is acts of service. So it's like, if I come downstairs and the kitchen is clean and you've done it all and you've done all the dishes and you've closed all the pantry doors, you better be ready to get your dick sucked. I mean, like, literally, that is my love language. I don't need a red Ferrari. I can buy a red Ferrari. Just do the fucking dishes.
I'm obsessed.
I will suck your dick. It's not easy. Sorry. Don't you know?
It's fine.
I want to believe. You know what, Katie? I used to want to believe, but I know you're on like your third husband. and now you're married to Justin Trudeau. And I know you're not giving that guy blowjobs, all right? I know. That's probably what attracted you to him. You looked at Justin Trudeau and you just did a quick calculation. I'll never have to suck his dick. I know that's why you did that. I know. Like, you know what? This is why I don't even want to believe anymore. Because even wanting to believe feels like a weakness now. Now I just want to assume that you're full of shit. And I'll presume that until further notice, right? I know for a fact you're on like your third marriage and you found a guy that you know for a fact you never have to put it in your mouth. And you want me to trust you. You want me to believe you.
I can buy a red Ferrari. Just do the fucking dishes.
I'm obsessed.
I will suck your dick. It's not easy. Sorry. Don't you know?
It's facts.
It's facts. And even when we went on like a couples retreat, they're like, which guy has more sex? The guy that drives the Ferrari, the red Ferrari, or the guy that helps out with his wife every night in the kitchen? In the kitchen was the answer. In the languages is acts of service. So it's like if I
the lies women tell, y'all. The lies women tell. You got to be strong. You got to be strong. Don't fall for it. And you know what? Before we get out of here, there's one last topic. I really have to. I have to watch it. You know, this is why I pushed the show back another hour, because I really had to talk about this, y'all. I mean, you know what? Part of me wants to make this like its own isolated clip to use for later, but we got to talk about my nigga Invincible. We do. We got to talk about it. It's not even invincible. I mean, the show has its good moments and its bad moments, and I'm not really here to critique all of the Invincible universe right now. But I want you guys to know, female superheroes kill their own babies now. Yeah. She can like fight. She can literally fight Viltrumites, right? Like her universe's version of evil Superman. She can go toe-to-toe with Viltrumites, been fighting every evil costume bad guy in her universe for like the last four seasons, but I couldn't be knocked up and alone for a couple of months. Like literally, I couldn't be knocked up and alone for a couple of months. I was scared, Mark. Mark, I got killed by a Viltrumite and then somehow I magically put myself back together. But I was scared, Mark. Don't you understand? I was scared. I was alone. I was scared. And now I'm a fat bitch. So this nigga Mark comes back from Space War. You got to understand, he didn't just go to like Normandy, right? Mark didn't just go to Iwo Jima. You know what I mean? Mark wasn't in the Chosun Valley. He wasn't down there firebombing villages trying to flush out Charlie from the jungle. Mark went to Space War, okay? Of all the types of war that a human mind can fathom, my man Mark went out to Space War, all right? My nigga went to Space War to fight evil Superman. A whole planet full of evil Superman. And he almost got, he damn near got killed. Him and his little brother got dismembered in the whole war, right? Niggas went out to fight Space War. And you know what he came home to? A fat bitch and a dead kid, bro. Like, you got fat and you still... How I come home to a fat bitch and you don't even got my baby? Like, you could respect it if she was chubby, but she got your baby. Like, bro, you fat and you ain't even got my baby? Man, I would have Viltrumite punched that bitch so hard. Because I know you can take it. I know you can take it. You're going to bounce back anyway. But, like, how you fat and you ain't got my baby? Like, that shit burnt me up so bad, bro. Like, oh, my God. I can't even imagine. Like, you got the nerve to be a goddamn BBW and you ain't even got my baby? Nah, man. We got to fight. We got to fight. And it's a fair fight because we both superheroes. I don't want to hear none of that equality shit from you, bitch. Like, you died and came back to life. Like, I'm not trying to hear that shit. Like, you fat and you ain't got my baby. I'm out here fighting Space Wars. I'm out here fighting space wars, man. You don't even know what a nigga been through. Got bad Viltrumite bitches giving me the eyeball because I killed they OG, and you over here getting fat and getting my baby sucked out of you. Oh my God. This nigga Mark need to do a podcast, bro. I think in next season of Invincible need to start a podcast about how these superhero bitches ain't shit. All they want to do is start around and knit with niggas in tights and get their baby sucked out of them. That should be the next season of Invincible. There's like 3 or 4 episodes with Mark doing the podcast with all of his other superhero homies, and they all be like, yo, these Cape Crusader hoes is fucking terrible. I'm telling you, that's the only way to redeem this shit if Mark becomes a Manosphere podcast, bro, next season. Like these super hoes ain't loyal. You thought regular hoes wasn't loyal. Wait till you meet these super hoes. Regular hoes just be sneak dicking on you or whatever. That's bad enough. These super hoes, they'll get your super baby choked out of you. They will murder your super baby. And then look at you and it's like, I couldn't do it. I was afraid. Like you died last year. Like you literally died. All right. You got beat to death last year. But having my baby terrifies you. Like, really? How much do you hurt me? Like, I mean, how much do you hate me? I'm telling you, Mark need to come back next year, Invincible Season 5, White Women Deserve Less, y'all. He need to do a whole Fresh and Fit podcast. They need to invite Fresh to like do a cameo. Have introduce Mark to the Manosphere and the podcast life. Have Fresh be like, hey, man, I tried to tell you these super hoes ain't nothing, you know? If that bitch got on tights, you know she ain't right. You know what I mean? Like, this nigga really need to come up with something because this is terrible work. This is terrible work. And what is heroic about getting your own super baby sucked out of you? Like, I thought you were a hero. I thought you were a goddamn superhero, you know? I can be your hero, baby. I thought you were a superhero. I thought you were brave. I thought you were strong and independent. And it's crazy how nothing kills a strong and independent bitch's game like a baby. Soon as a strong and independent woman get a baby, all of a sudden, murder. Somebody got to die. Bitches turn into Biggie Smalls. All of a sudden, these strong and independent bitches turn into Biggie Smalls, all right? Somebody got to die. If I go, you got to go. Somebody got to die. Let the gunshots roll. Somebody got to die. Like, they really turn into Biggie Smalls out here. What the hell is going on in superhero bitches, man? You can't trust regular bitches. You can't trust superhero bitches. And then, it's crazy. According to the comic books, right? Because, like, I be keeping up on a real comic book story because the movie is never like the book, right? But in a real comic book story, you know who kept it a buck? The Viltrumite bitch. The Viltrumite bitch that was looking at him all hungry when Mark was like, I killed, what's his name? I killed Conquest, that one Viltrumite chick with the Tony Braxton haircut. She looked over at him like, oh, you can have this. I'm telling you, she got pregnant by Mark. I mean, really, she took Mark. She took the dick. She took Mark juice and it made a baby because, that's what they really about. She took his juice. She took Mark's pimp juice and made a baby and named the little nigga Mark, bro. Like, come on. How is the evil bitches got more respect for a nigga than a woman that said he loved him? Like, how the ops going to keep my baby and the woman that loved me going to flush my baby? Like, make that make sense, bro. How the ops going to have my baby, but the woman that loved me was like, I'm scared. I can't do this by myself.
Good women are dead. Evil bitches, rise up!
Man. I just watched that like right before we hit that live button. I was watching that because I kept, first of all, people on the internet kept ruining it for me with the spoilers and shit. So I had to go back and catch up. And I'm like, oh, damn, this is terrible. This is terrible. And they tried to make her the victim. And then my nigga Mark literally apologized. Like, I'm sorry I did this to you. Listen, Mark, you got to hit the gym, bro. You got to hit the gym. My bad, bro. I'm sorry. They spoiled it for me. Now I got to spoil it for everybody. That's how it works. Shit rolls downhill. Suck it up. Leave a complaint at the office. But you got to hit the gym, Mark. Mark, you got to go. You got to do a whole self-improvement journey, bro. Mark, you got to get your self-improvement game on. Get out there. Go get you some Viltrumite box. You know what I'm saying? You got to get your swagger back. You let these you gonna let a regular Earth bitch just get rid of your baby? Like the Viltrumite bitch would never, bro. Like we're about to have one of those horrible philosophical debates. Are the Viltrumites really the bad guys? Like, I mean, yeah. Technically, his Viltrumite baby mama, she was on a genocidal path to like conquer the entire galaxy and make everybody that was weaker than her some type of slave and all that, right? But she would have never terminated your kid. Like, I mean, she was like murderous and violent, and she was probably cold-hearted, but she would have never got your baby sucked out of her like that. And so I'm just curious, like, what if the Viltrumites aren't the bad people? What if the people who get their own offspring sucked out of them because, feelings and vibes and shit? What if you guys are really the bad people? What if the Viltrumites come to Earth and teach these hoes some manners? What if the Viltrumites make these hoes accountable? What if that's how the Invincible storyline finally ends? What if Thrag and the Viltrumites come to Earth and actually make women accountable? I hope that's how next season goes. Mark gets a podcast and the Viltrumites hold these bitches accountable, y'all. That's the only way to make this work. That is the only way. Give my man a podcast and make these hoes accountable. Long live Viltrum.
Aspiring to be patriarchs like what white men have, that isn't freedom. That isn't going to help anybody. It's certainly not going to help black people.
It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's